finish it in a day, man, but I be taking my time, bro. I I don't rush no more. I tell people 2 months, and I maximize that shit to the T. So
Dang,
it,
2 months?
yeah, it don't take that long. But I tell people that because I have a life, man. This is just not my life, you know. Like just because people see me working and putting these shoes out, it don't mean that this is all I do. I like to go places. I like to travel. I like to do things. I have family. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I tell them 2 months so I can have time for myself as well.
Yeah. Actually, tell me about your folks, man, because are they sneakerheads or fashion designers, anything like that?
Nah, my parents, man, they cool. They was dope. They was fly when they was young. Now they just OGs, just regular jeans and a shirt.
Yeah.
But when they was young, yeah, I mean, my whole family, to be honest, the way I dress is the way my grandfather dressed, my uncles dressed, my dad dressed. Is the same blueprint, just in a 2021 version. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah. I saw that you posted that picture of your pops with that same sweater with the stripe
Yeah,
going across it.
yeah, same exact sweater from his closet. Same one.
Yeah.
Same one, man.
So tell me, man, so right now you're currently located where?
I'm in New Jersey.
Okay. What part of Jersey?
I'm in Hoboken, New Jersey. Like New York is right across the. I could see New York right across the water.
So what's the creative energy like in Hoboken, New Jersey?
Um, it's a vibrant city. A lot of sunlight, a lot of brownstones, a lot of brownstones. Um, you got stylish people out here, people that drip from New York, not in a sense like drip, but like migrate. I mean, from New York to over here. So you already know New York is like one of the meccas of fashion. And it's just, it's a baby hub of New York. And that's part of the reason why I came over here. Before I was working out in the urban in Passaic. And I just felt like my energy was up there. I had to go somewhere else where I saw more people that look like me in a sense of style wise or creativity wise. There's a lot of flowers out here. The sky is blue out here. In the urban situation, it's a little cloudy. You know what I mean? It's a big difference.
So you moved out of New York City to come back to Hoboken?
No. I never lived in New York. I've been born and raised in Jersey. But I'm closer to New York now.
Mm-hmm.
Before I was a little further. Before I was about 20 minutes from New York. Now I'm literally probably 5.
Mm.
So just, quick demographic change.
Facts. And it's just like probably just quicker to get there too.
Not really.
Really?
Traffic. Yeah, traffic, bro. I mean, traffic in these areas is insane. Yeah, traffic.
Yeah.
So, but I do the ferry. If I do the ferry, it's 10 minutes.
Okay. So tell me, man, what's the beef with New York and Jersey? Because I hear that a lot. Like, nah, man, I'm from Jersey.
I didn't know there was a beef, man. To be honest, I don't really pay attention to that, bro. A lot of people think I'm from New York anyway. I don't know why, but I guess because the way I dress. But even anybody can dress like that. You know what I'm saying? You could live anywhere and dress like that. And I don't dress like a New Yorker. I dress like Malcolm. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't know there was beef, man. I guess the way I look at it is like New York is big brother to us because people from New York, rich celebrities, and they live over here. You know what I'm saying? And people like me are trying to get over there. So it's a hand in hand thing, man. I didn't really think it was like beef like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it wasn't like necessarily a beef. Like, nah, if you from New York, like it's cracking when I see you. But it's just more so like you know, just owning that originality. Like, you know, like, oh,
Yeah,
you tell somebody like, oh, I'm from the East Coast. Like, are you from New York? No, I'm from Jersey. Like,
yeah,
you
yeah,
know,
yeah. Yeah, no, yeah. Because I think the stigma is that like I think the stigma is how can I compare this? It's like whose team is it? Like, yo, New York is dope, but like, yo, I'm from Jersey, dog. Like, New York is a whole different thing. And I think automatically when you say you're from the East, everybody assumes you're from New York. Everybody. So I think people take that to offense because you have people that are really tied to their home state that really love where they're from. So if you say, yo, oh, you from New York? No, like, nah, I'm from Jersey. Like, you know what I mean? But I always tell people I'm from Jersey, New York, same thing. It's the same thing. I mean, it's the same thing because I live close enough. Like South Jersey, more towards Philly, that's a whole different world. That's a whole, they dress different, they sound different, they talk different. Up here is more what you getting right now. You know what I mean? You getting the yo, you know what I mean? Yo, that's my son right there. You getting that here, but South Jersey, you're not getting that. Even like middle part of Jersey, like Newark. I don't know if you ever heard of Newark, New Jersey.
How do you spell it?
Newark. That's
Yeah.
That's where the Nets were playing before they moved to Brooklyn.
Yes, I remember. Yes.
Yeah, like Newark, Elizabeth, places like that. They don't really have that New York aura because they're not close enough. They got their own little thing going on over there in Essex County. So Jersey is different, man. It's different.
It's funny, man, because I just thought about this because I'm from Chicago, right? And you know, Chief Keef is from Chicago, and in his song,
yeah, I know
but
you know. Go. He went at Newark or no Jersey.
How do you feel about Keith going at Newark in Jersey, you know, in that song and it being so popular?
To be honest, man, you're talking to a guy who doesn't care about that type of like. I just really don't, bro. Like people really took it to offense. I think most of the rappers from Jersey took because they made. I seen rappers make a whole like video and team up. This was really the only time I seen Jersey rappers come together and like go back at Chief Keef. But I don't even know if it really did anything. I don't pay attention to that stuff, bro. I don't even listen to Chief Keef, to be honest. Like I just don't. I focus on my creativity. I focus on my mental health. I focus on my peace, my meditations. I focus on things like that. I don't really dip off into the extra stuff. You know what I mean? It does nothing for me and what I'm trying to do.
Speaking of mental health, you posted a picture of you and like you looked a little bit chubbier. It was a shirtless.
No, I was chubby. I wasn't a little bit chubby.
Okay.
Yeah, I was chubby.
You were chubbier, and you know, you kind of look, you know, down and out.
Yeah.
And there was another picture where you were like flexed up fully in Malcolm Garret form.
Right.
Like, tell me about that picture. Like, what was your life like at that time?
My life was party. My eating habits was crazy. I was just in a space where I could say I was lonely. I was lonely by choice. I just didn't want to be around people like that. But you know, when I got around people, I was chill. I was who I am. But when I would get alone, I would just eat, drink. And then, you know, when I started doing these shoes, man, I started feeling like I had a purpose. And then I just started doing the shoes and I got more into it. And then I started doing less of the things that I was doing because income was coming in off these shoes. And I'm like, all right, I need to be right. And the more I started doing it, the more I started like getting in tune. And I started working out. And then I started just caring more about myself. Then I started changing my diet a little bit. And then I went to the doctor, like, just to see, like, all right, let me see what if I'm healthy. I wasn't. I wasn't. So I got diagnosed with diabetes, full blown. I don't remember if it was type 1 or type 2. I don't really keep up with all that type of shit. But yeah, and then I decided to go plant-based. And ever since then, game was over. I mean, it was ball game. Everything just clicked. everything just went into a line. I started thinking better. The vision became more clear. I started understanding kind of what my purpose is. Now I know my full purpose. Then I was starting to come into it. And yeah, just got better overall, man. I haven't drank in like 4 years, 5 years maybe. I haven't had no meat, no cheese, none of that stuff in about 4, 5, 6 years. I'm chilling, man. I drink tea, water, and juices and smoothies now, and it's phenomenal, bro. It helped me out a lot. People don't realize how much eating and lifestyle changes can help you progress. Like, people really don't understand that, and you know, people all the time they oh, you know, I feel like this, I feel like that. It's like, all right, look at what you're eating. Look at how you're treating yourself. Like, you're treating yourself like garbage, and you expect a better output. No, it's not gonna happen. So that was just my approach.
Because how do you feel nowadays? Because tell me back then, like, did you feel like groggy, like
Yeah,
stomach hurting?
bro.
Because now you have a better diet.
Bro, there's times I literally think I used to have mini heart attacks or like mini strokes. Yeah, because I would get these pains in my chest, like right where my heart is, and I would like breathe, and it would be intense pain. So I would just kind of like relax and not breathe for a second until it went away. I don't have those anymore. So it led me to believe I was kind of having like some type of mini heart attacks, like really, you know what I'm saying? And I wake up earlier now. I have more energy. Sometimes I have too much energy. But a lot of energy is good because I'm still able to just lay down and go to sleep. But a big significant change, man. It's huge. It's huge, a huge change in my life. Huge.
And I see you don't have the crystal ball chain on, man. Where's that at?
Also over there charging up.
Okay.
I'm working.
What is that?
It's a crystal rose quartz stone. It gives you loving energy. It gives you positive vibes. It radiates. It gives other people a sense of, wow, what is that? A sense of softness when they approach you. You know what I'm saying? If anyone has any sort of disdain towards you just off of perception, that piece kind of takes that away. It's kind of like, okay, he looks like this, but what is that? Hey, what is that? Oh, it's a rose quartz. It's for love, blah, blah, blah. Now their perception changes. Everything changes. I got it from Israel. I didn't go out there. I had it shipped to me, and it's actually made by hand, and it has it's copper. A lot of people might not know, but copper is a healing source for the body. It helps with the bones. It helps with your muscles and things like that. If you know anyone who has arthritis, it's best that they wear like copper bracelets and copper chains and things like that. So it's all about looking fly and health at the same time. So I'm mashing it together. It's just not about, y'all, look at this big chain. It's about, yo, look at this big chain, but it's healing me and it's giving out, love at the same time.
Yeah, man, that's dope, bro. And Israel and, Zimbabwe, Egypt, all of those great places, I would love to go visit, bro, because there's such a great world that is out there that is so much different than what we're used to, because, we're descendants of slaves. Let's not ignore that. So we don't come from a urbanized place with expressways and different things like that. We come from, grassy lands and fruit and sunlight, and animals, traveling around. Right. So it's definitely interesting to see. So let's go back to that project that you're working on right now. So you turning them green?
Yeah, I just dyed them. I'm gonna sell them, man. It's just helping a friend out, put money in his pocket, put money in my pocket at the same time. and this is a practice run. I use things like this as a practice too. I still practice, man. People don't. You can't just have a. You can't just start something, perfect it, and then not keep perfecting it, not keep practicing. So I like to still practice, and today's the perfect day. So for it.
Because when you say practice, are you saying like working on a project that you didn't necessarily intend on having, but just doing it just to keep the juices flowing?
Right. This was not in the deck of cards. This is not an order. This is not shipped from anybody. This is simply, yo, I'm trying to sell these, but these glue stains is messing me up. Okay, let's customize them, then sell it. I'm sure to sell faster.
Let me ask you, how has the pandemic helped you during this time? Because, you know, we've had a lot of time just to sit down and focus on ourselves. And I mean, you've already been in that habit of, you know, self-improvement. So how has this time in the house helped you better your skills as a designer?
For one, it made me realize I can make shit on my own. I can do shit on my own. I don't need to go out here and buy all these brands when I could just make my own shit. I have the ability. Sorry for cursing.
It's all good.
When I could just make my own stuff, when I have the ability to, I have the resources to. One, I turned up in the pandemic. I'm gonna be honest. I made good money. So that let me know I made money in a drought. I can make money when the world opens up. So when the world gets right and people are really functioning out here, that let me know like, there's bags for me. So that's how it helped me. And it helped me realize that everybody has their own agenda. Like it really helped me realize that at the end of the day, everyone has their own agenda. To a certain point, loyalty will end. At a certain point, loyalty will end. I don't mind loyalty, but if loyalty, whatever people deem the definition of loyalty is, personally, if someone decides at the end of the day, like, oh, this is not whatever, I don't want to be a part of this anymore, fine. Like everybody has their own agenda. And that's what COVID taught me. It taught me that like, all right, you don't want to wear your mask or I don't want to wear my mask because of this, that, and the third. Fine, that's your agenda. I can't be mad at you for that. That's what it taught me, man.
But what about with friends? Because you mentioned something about loyalty and and you not feeling like it's required, you know.
Why I like to ask, like, why do we think loyalty? Because let me put it like this. Me and you could be down for 10 years, right? And I'm following you. I'm supporting your shit. But then I might get to a point where I'm like, like, I'm just giving support. Like, I'm not getting much from this. I'm not getting anything. I didn't ask, but at the end of the day, like, damn, throw me something, right? So if I decide to say, you know what, I'm gonna do my own thing. I want to rock with that, or I'm gonna go over here where I'm gonna be getting compensated or whatever for XYZ, or I'm gonna be getting thanked. I'm gonna be getting shown gratitude for supporting in this because you're not showing it to me. I'm gonna go over here. Am I not loyal anymore? Like I was with you for 10 years, but the minute I decide to say, you know what, I'm gonna go do my own thing with this brand or this company, I'm not loyal anymore. That to me is the gray area. Now, if we down together for 30 years or whatever, and you fine with that, you rocking with me, whatever, cool, I appreciate that loyalty. But the minute you decide to go do your own thing, why should I be mad? Like, you ain't loyal. Like LeBron's not loyal because he decided to say, you know what? I need to go somewhere else to learn how to ball and to learn how to win. Once I do that, maybe then I can come back and spread the gold. But nah, he not loyal because he left. But then when he came back, everybody, oh my God, they're a fan again. That to me, that's how the world works. And I'm just not with that type of stuff. I'm just not with that.
So let me get this straight. So you got a buddy. Y'all been
Yeah,
down for 10 years.
right.
Y'all working together on something like a brand or, a service?
Well, no. That's not. I was just giving a scenario. That's not my situation.
Okay.
I was just giving a scenario on loyalty. Like, at what point are you considered unloyal? That's my point.
Mm-hmm. Where does this knowledge come from? Because you seem like you know a little bit about this, like you have some experience. Where does this come from for you? Like,
I just see it. I see it. I see it happen a lot. I see people ride with somebody, and then the minute they be like, "Yo, I'm about to just do my own thing." Yo, loyalty is everything. Hey, everybody ain't your friends. This, that. It's like, what? This person was rocking with you for 10 years. How much more could they take before they say, yo, I want to do my own thing. I want to do what I want to do. That is my problem. I'm not saying don't be loyal. I'm not saying don't have a special connection with somebody or a bond of loyalty. What I'm saying is we get mixed up in thinking that somebody's supposed to ride with us forever.
Mhm.
No, it's not happening.
Have you ever lost any friends or fell out with anybody close to you because of like your success?
Not because of my success, but more because of my lifestyle change. More because I want to be better. More because they still want to party, drink, and chill, and I don't want to do that. So guess what? We're still cool, but I just can't hang with you because you're stuck on that. You're stuck on that. Me, I'm here with it. I've lost friends because of that, not because of success, because I'm still normal. I mean, no matter how big this gets, no matter how big this is, I'm still a regular person. This is all matter. This all can disappear at any minute. So I don't go by, I'm successful, like, F you because I'm popping now. Like, nah, like it's more like I'm not rocking with you because you still talk about people. You get what I'm saying? I'm not rocking with you because you keep complaining to me about the same thing, but you're not doing nothing to change that. That is how I disconnect. I don't disconnect because I'm growing as an influencer or whatever people deem me to be. You know what I mean?
Because how would you consider yourself?
Oh man, I had a conversation with me. Like, what are you asking me? Like, who am I, or like, how would I, if I looked at myself, how would I view myself?
Well, if people asked, like, what do you do for a living? What would you
Okay,
say? Like,
I tell them. Okay, good. Sorry.
no, go for it.
Oh, I tell them that I'm a creative. I'm an entrepreneur. I'm a thinker. I'm a doer. I'm enlightened. I'm a seeker. Um, and I just happen to do fashion design, custom sneakers, and photography. That's it, man. Nothing crazy, nothing extravagant.
Because I had a hard time considering you myself, because I'm like, man, he does so many different things. And it's like, sometimes when we, from the outside looking in, and we give somebody a label, we say, oh, he a shoemaker or something like that. And it's just like, it's kind of belittling, because it's just like, you're
It is.
so much more than that.
It is. And
He's a customizer, like.
And it's funny you say that, because one day, I'm sure you probably like watch my stories sometimes too.
Yeah.
Right. So I be kicking knowledge or whatever. One day somebody DM me like, bro, I don't think you should be doing that, because you might lose some you might lose people who want to see sneakers, this, that, and the third. I said, bro, one, who are you to come in my DM and tell me how to do my Instagram? Two, people like what I'm doing. Three, it's my calling. I gain knowledge, I give knowledge. That's the sole purpose of man and humankind, to evolve each other. So if I have all this knowledge, what good is it if I'm just keeping it to myself when I have a platform to tell everybody? I said, do not let my talent give you a perception of who I really am. Meaning, don't categorize me just as a customizer. Oh, you just need to show sneakers on your page. Like, no, I'm a talker. I'm a leader. I'm a enlightened human being. I'm a seeker, like I told you before, and I'm a giver. So if I'm getting all this knowledge, all this game, it makes sense to give it to the 48, 49,000 people that are watching, or the 2,000 people that are really engaged, right? So it is belittling for people to just think like, oh, he just paints. No, I don't. You know what I mean? Oh, he just has a podcast. No, I don't. You know what I mean? You're more than that.
I agree, man, because like right now, I'm a journalist, but right now I'm moving into merch, so I'm a fashion designer, because this logo itself, I created this on a website, you feel me? And
Right.
like I'm so into galaxies and all of that. So
Yeah,
I
yeah,
had to, my girlfriend's her aunt just knew to put the galaxy print in there. It's missing the eye right now, so don't diss me, but
nah, man, I didn't notice until you pointed it out.
yeah, man, but I just always love Galaxy, so it's like just allowing me to embrace that creative side of myself, and
Right.
also too, like I've worked in retail since I was 16. I'm 26 now, so
Same.
and bro, like I know how to sell stuff, so it's like now I'm working on merch, and I can show you real quick this
Yeah.
jacket that I'm working on. I'm working on getting some jackets made. And yeah, bro, this is gonna be hard, when I put that logo on there and on the back too. So I just need to find somebody that can do it. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Yeah.
So yeah, man, you're working on that custom for your friend right now. I gotta ask, bro, do you ever, with you having created so many designs with your own ideas and other ideas and requests and all that, do you ever compare your work to official releases that Jordan makes?
No, but I'll look at something. I'll be like, damn, I could change that on that. You know what I'm saying? I can make that like that. But no, I'll never compare. I don't do too much comparing. Period. Like the only time I really compare is if I have to. But with this, nah, I'm usually on some like I'm just gonna do my own. Shit, you know what I mean? And that's where I am with it. It's crazy because before I really started cooking up just colorways, I used to do all that like Louis V print stuff, that Bape stuff, all that stuff. And I had a long talk with myself, like, yo, you got to separate yourself from the pack because everybody was doing that same stuff at the same time. And it was just like, it was a few instances where I just got signs from like the spirits that just told me to stop doing that. And I was just like, I'm not doing that no more. I'm gonna just start doing colorways. Ever since then, I took off, I definitely took off, man.
But with you being a designer, is there ever a time where, a certain colorway that comes out that you really want or that you wanted as a kid and you still purchase it anyway because it's the official thing?
Yeah, of course. Hell yeah. Like the cool gray threes that just dropped. Ah, man, I was dying for those. And when they dropped, I got them and I looked at them like, I'm gonna paint these. And I'm like, nah. As a customizer for me, some things you just don't touch. Like you just don't touch. Like Olympic sixes, I will never touch. Breath fours, no. Few others, but there's certain joints I wouldn't touch because they're just gems, they're classics, and there's no need to alter them.
And too, when you think about it, some of them are so eccentric that it's like,
right,
if you touch them, people are gonna know where that silhouette started.
Right.
And it's just like it's already, vibrant as it is. Like my favorite pair is the Bordeaux 7s, bro.
Yeah,
And
those is
I bought the first retro release and the second one from 2011 and 2015.
yeah.
And bro, like it's a great shoe that shows what the vibe was like back in the 90s. Like that shoe is just
right.
crazy.
It's that shoe reminds me of a black sitcom show where like they were wearing all the college sweaters with the different colors and things like that. It's totally 90s. That's a great, that was one of my favorites too. I'm not gonna lie. The Bordeaux 7, just the Bordeaux color period. I mean, that gray with the maroon and black, yellow, the blue. Amazing, bro. Amazing. Shit like that, you don't touch. There's people that ask me, you know, certain thing. I'll be like, nah, I ain't doing those. Like, but the flip side of it is, if you do touch it and you connect well, then you got the sneaker game in a frenzy. You know what I'm saying? So it can go both ways.
Name a time where that has happened.
The black cement threes.
Okay.
I did a few pairs of those. But I played it safe and just did it with like some Union colors. And people loved it, man. It was received well. So it was one of those things where I had a pair just sitting around. I already switched the tab on it to red. You know, they come with the black tab. I switched the tab to red. And I was like, yo, how can I improve more on this? And that idea didn't come till like 2 years later after I switched the tab. Like one day I was just looking at them like, yo, how can I improve that? I just threw the little Union colorways on it, and people was like, oh. I mean, now I got people sending me they black cement threes. It's a classic shoe, but people like, yo, I'm gonna send it.
Yeah, you've definitely created a market with that. And it's just interesting, man, because that shoe, that colorway, like the actual Air Jordan 1s, they sold out instantly. So how does it feel like, because I see that you made these, which are very similar to the Travis Scott's. Is that what was that the look that you were going for with these?
Yeah, that's what they wanted. I mean, you know what's funny? I did that. The first pair I did of those was my pair. Because what I tend to do is I'll go buy a shoe sometimes and just do it. Because sometimes people get redundant. People just want the same things over and over. Bread, Chicago, bread, Chicago, bread, Chicago, Union, Travis Scott. It's like, yo. So what I did was I went and bought that shoe. I did those in the purple. I didn't do it the dark purple like the real Travis Scotts. I did it more of a Raptor purple.
Yeah.
And I wore them to Complex Con. And man, when I tell you, bro, people was on me that whole time. Yo, you know Trav? I'm like, no. How you get those? I'm like, custom. Word. Yo, them crazy. The whole 3 days I was there, like, even I wore them one day, even like 2 days later, like, yo, you was the dude with the purple Travis's on, right? I'm like, yeah. How you get those? You know him? Like, oh, I'm like, I don't know him. Like, these are custom. So shit like that, you know what I mean? Like, just changing the game, man. Changing the custom game to simple colorways that pop. Like, just simplicity, bro.
Hey, bro, you know what you should have said?
What I should have said?
You should have said, yeah, I know Trevor.
Right.
And it ain't even like, oh no, lying stuff, but like, lately I've just been in the business of manifestation and speaking into existence.
Yeah.
And it's funny that you say Complex Con, bro, because I have an episode. Complex Con came to Chicago.
Yeah, I was gonna go.
Yeah, it was dope. And I did an episode about that, about how that broke a lot of people's perception of Chicago because they got to see a better side of the city by coming here.
Right. You know what? Sorry to cut you off.
You good?
Real quick. I always hear Chicago's a beautiful city, bro. Minus whatever, because whatever violence goes, that could go on anywhere. It just so happens it happens a lot in Chicago and it gets a lot of press. But that shit happens from where I'm from. Like, people get murdered all the time where I'm from in Paterson, New Jersey. So, I mean, I always hear Chicago's a beautiful city, man. Always. So I'm not surprised that you're about to say that.
Have you ever been?
No, but I want to go because one of my mentors, he lives out there. So I want to go out there soon, man.
Who's your mentor?
He used to, this dude named AD, Al. He from where I'm from, but we have the same path in the same sense. He's older than me. He's probably like 44, 45. He works in the fashion industry. He's worked for Puma. He's worked for this company called Born Fly. He's worked for a couple different brands. He's always be giving me game. I actually stayed with him when I went to Complex Con. When I got out there, he's like, yo, I got an extra bed. in Cali. He let me stay with him, all that shit. So that's my guy, man. He's like an older brother. You feel me? We all need people like that. You know what I mean?
Absolutely, bro. Because the thing is that like for me, I like to move alone a lot of times, but it's like
Right. Same.
I can't always be that way, especially
Right.
with my work, because then I make mistakes and there's knowledge out there that I don't have that I need, because like I'm in the clouds right now. I just traveled to Louisville, Kentucky for the Breonna Taylor Memorial.
Yeah.
It was crazy, and I spoke to her folks, her mother, her boyfriend, and Dr. Umar Johnson, a lot of like special people, Benjamin Crump, you know what I'm saying? And I was just so nervous because, this was such a big story on a big scale. You feel me? So
Yeah.
like I need help and I need guidance. And who did I call? I called my 3 mentors. So, it was a collective effort.
Right. We all need that, man. We all need older people that's gonna be like, yo, X, Y. And then we need younger people too that can be like, yo, it's like this now, big bro. You know what I mean? Like, I keep some youngins around me, man. Like, I ain't just some 30-something-year-old dude that just think he know everything. Like, nah, I keep some youngins around me. I communicate with the youth a lot. I ask them questions, you know what I'm saying? Like, what they feel about this generation and how things are going. Yeah, man, it's no one's too old to be a mentor. No one's too young.
So you did a lot of colorways that are famed and hard to get, like how we just discussed with the Travs and even the Unions.
Yeah.
So when you create a colorway that's expensive, that's an actual release. So like, what does that do for you? Like, do you even bother with trying to get those upper tier releases?
Yeah, because I know a few people, but I don't want them all. I just like what I like. I don't. Yo, to believe it or not, man, I tell people this all the time. I'm not the sneakerhead that people think I am. Like, I can care less, to be honest. Sometimes, like, I like what I like. I like getting dressed more than anything. You feel me? If you throw me a dope slide, a dope sandal, I'll wear that. You know what I mean? I I like shoes in the sense of putting the cherry on top of the outfit. I don't like to collect. I just feel like the sneaker world is a big, hey, look at what I got. Look at what I got. You don't have these. You don't have these. I mean, you see it with every release. Oh, I took this L, or oh, I gotta win. I keep winning. Yeah, I'm so lucky. Like, who cares? You know what I mean? Like, but they care. So to each his own. Me, I don't really care.
How are you able to design shoes and not get any sort of like legal situation behind that?
Because I'm painting them. And at the end of the day, the customer bought this shoe. It's the customer's shoe. As long as I don't recreate this shoe with the checks, the logos, I'm fine. You know what I'm saying? It's like buying a Honda and then you go to the body shop and you put extra shit on it. It can't touch you. You bought the car is yours. You just put in extra shit on it, tailored to your liking. Same concept.
So what do you think about like Warren Iotis, who just had that issue where he basically created his own version of the low Nike SB?
That was the dunks, right?
Yeah, the dude with the golf, he kind of adds like a rock star skeleton, to all of his designs. And it's really cool. He really like, boosts his, he takes something to a new level.
I love it. I mean, he put up, Nike got mad because he dropped something everybody wanted and they didn't drop it. That's the only reason they got mad. I guarantee you, if he sold 5 pairs and that was it, they wouldn't give. But they got mad because he dropped something everybody wanted and they didn't do it. That is the only issue, bro. Like, he created something that people went crazy for and they got mad. I'm not mad at him. I'm not mad at nobody who's creating something off the ground. He probably wanted to get sued for the recognition because now he on the map. What they gonna take from him? He probably ain't got shit for them to take. unless they, you know, they'd say, yo, anything you make from here on out, we need a piece of that. I don't know, but he could have, for all we know, he could have did that on purpose. Like, yo, I want to get seen. I know people who do that, bro. Like, I know people who are like, yo, I'm just going to put this out. And if they knock on my door, that means they see me. That means I'm on the map.
I like that. I like that concept. It's kind of like a flagrant foul, you know.
Yeah.
To get that.
Like, you foul me, like, yeah, that was me. Like, that was me. You know I'm in the game. Like, you know I'm in the paint. So guess what? Can't come in here with that anymore.
And what you think about Eric Kiys and him putting his own?
I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it. I ain't mad. I'm not mad, man. I actually customized a pair of those. I'm not mad, bro. People are mad. I don't know why. I mean, why are people mad? I have no idea. What? Because mad people took an Air Jordan 1 silhouette and made shoes off of them. What they're mad at is the reception that it's getting. If nobody cared about that shoe, if it wasn't the talk of the town, nobody would give a shit, copied or not. But it's being well received. So people are mad. Damn, why I ain't think of that? I'm mad as hell. Why I ain't think of that? Man, it's ugly. But on the low, they like, yo, it's kind of fire, yo. They're fire.
I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. And I never been against them. Of course, like when you see something that's not the original, you kind of get taken back like, I don't know about these, but after seeing it over and over, and we have it ingrained in us as being interested in fashion and loving sneakers that we just love that silhouette. You know, that what you holding right there, we love that. Right. So to see a different spin on it at first, it's just like, this some flea market, you know. But after a while, it's just like, no, this is fire for different reasons. And, you know, I'm with it.
I'm with the shits, man. Like, that shit's remarkable to me, bro. Like, when people could just elevate up like that. And people getting mad at him. He's not the only one involved in that process. Like, people, that just lets me know people don't like him. That lets me know people don't like him because he's not the only one involved in that process. He just collaborated. He just put his name on it. And they probably, I'm sure they bumped the ideas together, like, you know, Colorways and then the Vault. But he's not the only one involved in that process. So that just lets me know people don't like him.
What do you think it says about Nike when you have designers that are giving people what they want and Nike is holding on to it?
I guess they're just stuck in their ways, man. They're just, you know, they're to be honest, man, this is probably their mentality. Yo, we're Nike. We're Nike. Whatever. We're Nike. It's whatever. Like, y'all could drop whatever the fuck you want. We're Nike, though. We are Nike. It's some sort of level of, yo, y'all down there, we're up here. That's if you want to be technical, that's what it is. Y'all down there, we're up here. We're Nike.
So Malcolm, you've reached a new level, you know, since the pandemic. You reached a couple levels. But take me to a time where you had a project and you was like, yo, this is my wackest piece.
The other day. Yeah. I get those things where some people they request certain things and I'm just like, maybe we should do it this way, and they're like, nah, I like it like that way, and I'm just like, but I gotta do it, so I do it. But I normally don't post those.
What about something that you created for yourself, just to get your feet wet or get started, and as you created, you was like, yo, this is trash?
That rarely happens. Rarely. And that, you know, partly these things like this happen because one, the base shoe has a lot to do, and where they want the color or where you put the color. I think for me, that one time that happened, I actually like threw the shoe out. I had painted the shoe multiple times, so at this point it was just like too much, and I was just like, whatever, and I threw it out.
What does it look like?
It's in the garbage somewhere. It was just mad paint. Just I got tired. I just wanted to switch it up and try something new on it.
Mhm.
And I think I might have not even had any work at the time. So I was trying to just like do something and put it on a gram just to get shit flowing. And I was just like, nah, he's whack. And I tossed them.
And what is your most favorite design that you did?
I would say my maroon ones, and then now these coral joints that I just cooked up. I would say those two.
And name a time where you felt like giving up, man, where you were just like, man, I don't even know if this is for me.
Not in the sense of like, I don't know this is for me, but it was more in the sense of like, yo, I'm getting bored. What's next? Never wanted to give up, but it was just like, yo, I'm getting bored. Everybody wants the same shit, you know. I'm starting to see life more. I'm starting to see the trees more, the sky more. So it was more like a transitioning of, I want to live a little bit more instead of just sitting here painting all day. That's kind of what it was. But it was never like, I'm going to give up, because I can't. I don't want, this is what I'm here to do. You know what I'm saying? This is my mission while I have this body, while I have this time. This is my mission. So I'm gonna do the mission until I feel like, you know, I get to a point where like, you know what, let me allocate this work to someone else while I really cook up bigger shit. So that's where my mind is.
Because what keeps you inspired? Because you said that you got bored at one point, but what got you inspired from there, or just, you know, in moments in general, like what keeps that creativity flowing?
Traveling, because you go places and then you may see how somebody else is living, and you could take you. It's a couple scenarios. You're like, yo, they're living nice. They look like they having fun. They look like they do fun shit. I want to do fun shit. So guess what? When I go back, I'm gonna work. I'm gonna put this work in. I'm gonna get this money, and I'm gonna do fun shit too. Or you could look at it like, damn, this person's living fucked up. My life ain't that bad. Let me go back to work. Let me go back to work before it gets to that point. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I look at, and just, you know, talking to people, sitting down in silence, and just overall, I just know what it is to be broke, bro. Like, I know what it is to be broke. And now I'm starting to get more orders and do more things. So now I'm getting that feeling of like, okay, money. I'm not worrying about paying bills anymore. Like, just to put it in perspective, like, I know what it feels like to pay rent or pay something and be like, yo, it would be a little tight this week. But now I'm starting to get that feeling of like, oh, just pay that shit, whatever. You know what I'm saying? So I want more of that. That's what really keeps me going. And then just knowing I have something to do, I have a whole bunch of sneakers to do, gives me more purpose too. So, because I know what it's like to be broke, bro. Like, it's not fun.
Because where do your ideas for colorways come from?
God, the universe. I mean, that's where everybody's ideas come from, not just mine. You know, God, the universe gives you an idea. Now it's up to you to take that idea with your physical body and say, all right, let me put it in motion. I feel like once you put it in motion, that's when the universe starts working with you. Like, all right, cool. You rocking? All right, I'm gonna give you a little something. True, you giving me a lot back, I'm gonna give you a lot back. Oh, nah, you wanna be lazy, you don't wanna do nothing? Guess what? I ain't got nothing for you. That's how it works. That's how it works, man. I figured it out, bro. I figured it out, man. And it's easy now. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I take my moments where I take my breaks, but in the back of my mind, I'm like, all right, this week I gotta power up. So I do it. I do that, you know?
I love that, bro. And I like that you have a sense of intuition from a higher power.
Right.
And trust and faith in what that you do, but understanding that what you put out, what you put in is what you get out of it.
Right.
So
100%.
name a special moment where you felt like you knew your work was headed in the right direction. Like you was working on a couple projects, but then you did this one project and it was just like, oh yeah, I know I'm going somewhere with it. Hold on, you kind of went off for a second. Hold on. All right, I got you. Yep.
Yeah, my father was calling me. When I got a feature on Hypebeast, when I got the feature on their Instagram, that's when it changed. I woke up one morning and my phone was going crazy, like likes, follows. Like I'm just like, you ever see one of those promos where like they show somebody like, oh, you can get all these likes, and then like it just go like a bunch of likes just going. Yeah, it was like that. And I was like, I didn't know what it was at first. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Like, what happened? And then somebody, I don't know who, I forgot who it was, but they sent me the post. And I was like, yo, that's where it changed. That's definitely where it changed. And it was a Jordan 1 too. And I did them like the Lakers, Celtics, and Bulls colors. And I called it the Retro Ones Legends, or I forgot what it was.
How did that make you feel?
It made me feel like what I was doing was right. Like it made me feel like I was on the right path. But not only that, like there's been times where I was in another state and people would come up to me like, yo, you do sneakers, right? In another state. Like, yo, you do sneakers, right? I follow you. And I'm like, oh shit. The first time that happened to me was in Atlanta. And that's when I was like, yo, I could turn this into something. And then from there, I just kept cooking. And then when I went to Complex Con, even people was like, yo, I follow you, blah, blah, blah. Yo, them sneaks is fire, shit like that. So that things like that let you know you're on the right path. Signs like that let you know you're in your purpose.
Yeah. Cause I remember when I first followed you, I was just like, man, this is dope. And then like, I think I might've also seen the Hypebeast joint.
Yeah.
Just the overall, you keeping your design simple in simple colorways, something that, it looks original. And I was like, man, this guy's dope. And then when I heard you talk about how, you really wanted to change your life, you was like, I cannot live like this. I want to change. Like, that's when I got up and I was just like, man, that's facts, So I'm glad that we could speak on this, bro, because, I gave you a shout out in one of my episodes. I made like a Maury commercial break and I had gave you a shout out along with one of my friends. So, it's interesting how time, goes along and, you reconnect with people.
Right. Yeah, right, man. And like I said, man, my fault for before, bro. Like I just got caught up helping somebody. But I'm glad we was able to. I was like, damn, because when I sent you the message and I saw you saw it, I was like, damn, this nigga probably mad. He probably tight. I understand though. But then you got back, and I'm glad we was able to reconnect, man.
For sure.
Things happen when they're supposed to happen, bro. Whatever I was doing at the time was needed because I was really helping somebody. So things happen when they're supposed to happen. I'm glad we connected again.
Hey man, it's just a matter of just understanding one creative to another, man. Like things happen. It's not always going to go a certain way.
Right.
And, just as somebody that's seeking knowledge from somebody else and to eventually share this content, you got to be patient with people. People have life gets in the way. And just because it didn't happen at that particular moment doesn't mean that we don't have more time going forward. It ain't like the world is blowing up today,
Yeah, facts, man. Let's hope the world never blows up. But yeah, facts. It's like we was gonna get right either way, And I'm glad we did, man. It was a great conversation. I like meaningful conversations, man. It's not just all about sneakers, man. Some of the sneakerheads I do rock with on IG, we don't even talk about shoes. You feel me? We talk about life. We talk about, the struggle, shit like that. It's rarely ever talk about shoes unless, they repost something I did and they like, yo, he's crazy or whatever. It's barely about
it's funny, bro, because like people that work at sneaker stores and people that's all about shoes can be some of the most arrogant people when that's all
hey, look at me. Hey, look at me. Look, what did I say earlier? Hey, look at me. Look what I got. I'm telling you, man, I've been around. I worked at Foot Locker. I worked at Nike retail. I worked at different shoe stores. I worked in clothing store. I know what it is, man. That's why I'm not that guy. Like, I could care less if a new release comes out and I need to shove it in your face. Like, no, I don't care. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, like you said, that's all they really got. I used to work with a dude. He a cool dude too, man. I used to work with a dude who was a sneakerhead, and he used to buy every release. But then he would come to work and be like, "Yo, can I borrow $5 for lunch?" And I'm just like, "Bro, you got the game fucked up. Like, for one, why you asking for $5? $5 ain't gonna get you shit. Two, bro, stop spending your money on shoes." And he was a bigger boy. He was a big boy too. So it's like, obviously you like to eat. So you compromising your eating for sneakers. But at the end of the day, who knows? He could have had a reason why he was doing that. You feel me? Maybe he wanted to open a store later on in life. I don't know. Maybe he was just going through the struggle. Now that I look back on it, I can say that. But at the moment, I'm just like, "Oh, you bugging." You know what I mean? But now I can say, like, maybe that was his way of just getting all these shoes so he can start up a store. Who knows? You know what I mean?
And one last thing, bro. What is some words of advice you can give to anybody that's struggling to stay inspired?
Oh, man. It's hard to give advice, man, because a lot of people, they don't take it. I would say travel, even if it's a drive, an hour drive somewhere, visit other cultures, watch different shit, watch documentaries. I was watching the game the other night, and they kept showing the Allstate commercials. Cliff Paul, not Chris Paul. Cliff Paul, right? You know what I'm talking about, right?
Mm-hmm.
The Allstate commercial?
Yeah, they had Carlton, right, from Fresh Prince.
No, but yeah, he's in some of them. But the one I'm talking about, they got they have this character called Cliff Paul, and he's basically like Chris Paul's brother in it. So long story short, I'm watching that shit, and he wears these like crazy Argyle sweaters with crazy different colors and shit. And I'm like, yo, I need to make a Cliff Paul shoe. Because, you know, Chris Paul is down with Nike. He's down with Jordan. So I'm like, yo, I need to make a Cliff Paul shoe with the colors of his Argyle. So right now, I'm just trying to figure out the best silhouette. So when I drop that, people will be like, yo, this guy really thinks. You know what I'm saying? Like, so shit like that, man. You just got to draw from everywhere. You know what I mean? Draw from everywhere, bro. That's it. It's not that hard.
Thanks. Well, Malcolm, I appreciate you, my brother. Thank you for taking the time for speaking with me, man, and us being able to reconnect. And it's been all good, man. It's all love, man. It feels like we in the same space right now, and we probably are over 1,000 miles away.
Right. When's your birthday, bro?
August 7th.
Oh, nice. Nice.
What about
Leo,
you?
baby. I'm July 14th.
Okay, Cancer vibes. All right.
Yeah. So I'm chilling, man. You know, I'm glad we got to connect. Hopefully we can do this again, bro.
For sure. Do me a favor. Send me your number, man, so I can lock you in.
All right, cool. I'll send it right after the Zoom call.
For sure. Well, all right, broski. I actually got to go to get my oil change, so I got to let them know, like, yo, I'm around the block. And yeah, I got to get my wheels together, man.
Yeah, get that right, man. Get your wheels right.
For sure. But all right, bro. Enjoy your weekend. Much love to you, man. And stay up.
All right, bro. Peace. Thank you.
Yeah.
All right.